New this morning, a Minnesota man charged with using a wrench to kill 3 family members has been ruled mentally incompetent to stand trial. And the judge in the case is citing doctors' opinions that the suspect's mental illness was intensified by his consumption of energy drinks. David Eckers is charged with 3 counts of murder in last year's attack in a Minneapolis suburb that killed his sister, mother, and grandmother.
The judge's ruling says evidence of the negative effect of energy drinks on Eckers' schizophrenia dates back to at least 2017. During one hospitalization in 2018, the judge says Eckers' psychotic symptoms appeared worsened with the ingestion of large amounts of energy drinks. Family, friends, and people in the community are coming together to honor a Moorhead Middle School student who died suddenly last week. There will be a candlelight vigil tonight for 13-year-old Jacoby Blake, who was a student at Horizon Middle School.
The vigil starts at 6:30 at Horizon. People are encouraged to bring candles or anything that will promote mental health awareness. New this morning, one of the country's largest airports is back open after flights were grounded because of reports of an active shooter in or near a main terminal. Los Angeles International Airport says about 300 passengers self-evacuated onto the tarmac after reports of a person with a gun last night. 2 people were detained, but there's no word yet on any charges.
LAX officials say no shots were fired and no weapon was recovered, but Los Angeles fire officials say 2 people were hurt near the main terminal, although details on what happened are not immediately known. During that lockdown, 11 flights were diverted from LAX, 24 were delayed. Damage is estimated around $10,000 after a fire at Birnbaum's restaurant in downtown Fargo. Fire crews tell us that rags used for cleaning at the restaurant caught fire, but the flames were put out by the sprinkler system.
A neighbor tells us something similar happened last week. People in North Fargo are being asked to monitor their water for unusual smells, appearance, or taste after reports of high chlorine content in one home. It was north of County Road 20 near University Drive North.
City staff say a new water main under construction contains some residual chlorine, and it was open to the surrounding water mains. But they say it's not high enough to be harmful to people or your clothes. But you should flush the water through your sinks or showers if you notice a strong chlorine smell, if it's cloudy or milky in color, or if it has an unusual taste.
6 minutes before 7. Let's get a check of our Friday morning forecast with Lisa Green.
Good morning. Another start of foggy conditions here this morning as we're getting ready to kick off the weekend. But we've got some great weather ahead later today, so just got to hang in there this morning. A dense fog advisory in effect until 9 a.m. A couple of counties have been removed from this. The Kitson County, Roseau, and Marshall County areas in Minnesota. We haven't really been seeing the fog there like the rest of the region, so just keep that in mind. But there are some widespread areas of fog in our eastern viewing area. So right now, Fargo's kind of right on the edge of that. We're at 3 miles for visibility. Notice out west, reports are coming in just fine at 10 miles. That's good to see. But over to the east, Fergus Falls, Detroit Lakes at 0 right now. Over further east, Wadena, a 1/4 mile visibility, so is Elbow Lake to the south, and Bemidji too. Park Rapids checking in at a 1/2 mile visibility. And it is looking a little bit better in places like Howlock, where we're at 10 miles. So again, that northwestern corner of Minnesota doing okay. But if you were to head east, Roseau, Baudette visibility less than 1 mile. And again, Bemidji struggling, and those areas over by Red Lake as well. So again, conditions are foggy. Temperatures are below freezing in a lot of places, so not just foggy, but chilly too. You can see the frost on the vehicles in the lot at Luther Family Ford in our live Skycam view here, so might want to give yourself a little extra time to do some scraping this morning or get that car started early. Fargo's at 30 degrees. It's 27 in Grand Forks, so some of us well down into the 20s. Thief River Falls is at 28, 33 in Bemidji. Fergus Falls is at 34 with some fog, and Devil's Lake checking in at 27. So that's a cooler spot as well. Radar and satellite map is looking nice and quiet. We're clear. We just have those low-level clouds in the form of fog affecting us here this morning. And as you're stepping out to the bus stop, or sending the kids out to the bus stop, make sure that they are keeping an eye out for vehicles. And if you're driving this morning, watch out for kids at the bus stop. The sky is still very dark this time of day because of course, us moving into the shorter daylight months. And we are looking at fog on top of that, making visibility very tough. Temperatures below freezing, so the kids will want to bundle up. This afternoon, they're looking beautiful. Some 50s and some sunshine coming our way, so it looks like a really nice Friday. Let's take a look at your Halloween weekend. Tomorrow, there's a chance for some spotty showers coming our way. We'll have some sunshine in between, but more cloud cover for your Saturday. And then Sunday, well, Halloween's going to be pretty cool. We're looking at temperatures that are about 10 degrees cooler. 42 will be your high. And temperatures will be sliding into trick-or-treat time. Wind chills at that point around 20. So some cold temperatures ahead. Bundle up. And then next week, you'll want to keep doing that because we got that colder air coming our way.
All right. Thank you, Lisa.
President Joe Biden and the First Lady are in Italy this morning for an audience with Pope Francis at the Vatican. The president traveled to Europe to attend this weekend's G20 Leader Summit in Rome. Next week, he's set to deliver an address at a UN climate conference in Scotland.
A number of parents reached out to us on our whistleblower hotline about students at Ben Franklin Middle School in Fargo being given duct tape to help keep their face masks on. Fargo school officials confirm a teacher did offer a student duct tape, but meant it as a joke, and that the teacher didn't expect the student to put it on. They told us administration is working with school staff to ensure this does not happen again. Glasser Images clients are breathing a little easier today after a software photo gallery company stepped in to ensure clients get their memories. Hundreds of clients and subcontractors across the country were left stranded after the company's sudden closure.
Shootproof, a former vendor of Glasser Images, is using its corporate giving program, Galleries for Good, as a way for couples to get their photos. Now, Shootproof says questions that clients or photographers have can be submitted to them on their website. The Fargo-Moorhead hockey community lost one of their own earlier this month after the death of Fargo Force owner Ace Brandt. In 2008, Brandt bought the Force to Fargo, overseeing a championship in 2018 and a successful program over the years.
Brandt died earlier this month after a battle with cancer. He was 60 years old. A memorial game will be held tonight at Shields Arena when the Fargo Force take on the Waterloo Blackhawks.
The youngest cadet in the West Fargo Police Academy is staying strong despite chemo treatments for an unexpected bout with leukemia. 14-year-old Brody Gilbertson enrolled in the police academy to pursue his interest in a law enforcement career.
His mom says due to his cancer diagnosis and unknowns with COVID, Brody will have to do school virtually this year. So the police academy is also making safety accommodations to help him fulfill his dream.
To see the full interview with Officer Johnson, Brody and his mother, head to valleynewslive.com and click on North Dakota Today.
Let's get our answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. Here's today's question. 10% of us admit that we aren't very good at this.
The answer this morning is spelling. Thankfully, there is spell check on almost
That's
everything
so
that we have
us.
nowadays. Yeah, good stuff.
The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start. But remember, the Valley Today rolls on. More live up-to-the-minute news and weather for you right now on the Fargo CW.
Have a happy Friday and a happy Halloween.